You might know AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels are best friends in real life. But did you know that the Phenomenal One has actually named one of his children after the AEW star? Well, he's not the only one to name their child after a fellow wrestler. I'm Jose G, and in today's video, we will take a look at 5 current and former WWE superstars who decided to name their child after a fellow wrestler. AJ Styles. AJ Styles has been around the wrestling business for several decades, but he only joined WWE in 2016. Styles has made many friends throughout his time in the business, and one of his closest friends is current AEW star Christopher Daniels. The two men were recurring tag team partners throughout their time in Impact Wrestling, and they are former 2-time NWA Tag Team Champions. AJ and Daniels have been on opposite sides of the ring several times in their career as well, and it's clear they have some of the best chemistry in the business. Many Impact Wrestling fans still consider their 2005 matches as some of the best in the promotion's history. AJ Styles has 3 sons and a daughter who all bear the AJ initials. What you might know is that he named his son AJ after Daniels. AJ's middle name, Cavell, is Daniels' real last name, as the AEW star is actually called Daniel Christopher Cavell. Christopher Daniels. As you know now, current WWE superstar AJ Styles has been best friends with Christopher Daniels for most of his career. Daniels has been a massive player in Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and now All Elite Wrestling. What you might know is that Daniels signed a WWE developmental contract back in 1998 before making his WWE debut later that year. He went on to make several ECW appearances before becoming one half of Los Conquistadores in 2000. Daniels also even appeared in WCW before making a name for himself in Impact Wrestling. The current AEW superstar is a father of 2 children, and much like Styles, Daniels decided to name his son after the former Impact star, which is why his child bears the name Joshua Allen Cavell. Allen is the real first name of the former WWE champion and the A in AJ Styles. Bruce Prichard. Bruce Prichard has been around WWE since the late 1980s, and he managed The Undertaker when he made his WWE debut back in Survivor Series 1990. At the time, Prichard was known as Brother Love on screen before he went on to try out several other characters during his long run with the company, but the most recognizable as himself for his backstage roles. Since 2016, Prichard has hosted his Something to Wrestle With podcast on the WWE Network, while also becoming part of WWE's creative team. At present, Prichard is the executive director of both SmackDown and Raw's writing team. Despite being a successful star himself, it appears that Prichard was a massive fan of a fellow WWE superstar throughout his career. He called his only son Kane after the Big Red Machine. While Prichard is known as the first manager of The Undertaker in WWE, he wasn't able to work with Kane on screen. However, the two men were close behind scenes. Sarah Logan. The most recent name to be part of this list is a former WWE superstar, Sarah Logan, who welcomed her first child with her husband Erik a few days back. Logan was released from WWE back in April 2020, along with several other WWE stars, owing to budget cuts. However, her husband has remained a part of the company, where he's a former Raw Tag Team Champion. The couple announced ahead of his birth that their son would be called Raymond Cash Rowe, after his father Erik, whose real name is Raymond Rowe. At present, Erik is one half of the Viking Raiders on WWE TV alongside Ivar, but he has only made a handful of appearances in recent months after his tag team partner suffered an injury back in September. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is one of WWE's most popular stars since he was promoted to the main roster back in 2015. It was after the star joined the main roster that Owens was able to share stories about his son, Owen, and the fact that he was named after former WWE superstar Owen Hart. While on the independent circuit, Owens was known under his real name of Kevin Steen, but he was forced to change his in-ring name in WWE and decided to pay tribute to the legend himself by becoming Kevin Owens. Owens was inspired by Hart throughout his early career and even revealed in an interview with Argus Leader that he speaks to the WWE legend before his matches. The former WWE champion stated, quote, "I don't have many particular beliefs, but I do believe in people who we've lost. I'll speak to Owen Hart. He was a big influence on me as a young wrestler, and when he passed, I felt a great sense of loss." End quote. And that's our list for today. Did we miss anything? Don't forget to let us know in the comments below. If you liked today's video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.